Okay, next instalment, and ta-da! I finished. I absolutely love this blouse. I got halfway through and I wasn't sure about the colour on me, but honestly I think it's so beautiful. It feels so rich and decadent, quite like it was in Dubai really. So it's the Alexa blouse by Atelier Jupe. It did have on the buttonhole, on the pattern placement, it had I think it had an option for putting buttons into the sort of sleeve setting, and I wanted to do that this time, so I did that, and I really like it, and then no other modifications really. I can't remember what size I made, but it fits really nicely. I think the collar ended up being a little bit bigger, but again, sometimes I do just not worry too much really about the pattern being exact. I just make it fit. So yeah, and then the sleeves, loads and loads of sleeve action going on there, and then the back has got them gorgeous pleats, which you can either do as pleats or you could do as gathering in the back as well. I know I've got my first pleat or my centre pleat in over, I think on my other one I've got it out over, but I think either way it works. It looks really nice. And then I wore it with the scarf that I got from Mango when I was in Malaga last year, which looked absolutely gorgeous tonight. And then also with my suede jacket I also got in Mango in the sale. I actually went out for a lipstick and I forgot to pack lipsticks when I went, and I went out for a lipstick and I couldn't find the shop that was selling lipsticks, but I came back with a suede jacket and a scarf like you do. So yeah, I really like this outfit, and I think this is what my main aim for now this year, is not to just make things that are going to be a one track pony. I want to make things that I'm going to be able to wear, and also that I can mix and match and dress up, dress down. We're planning to just be away and be in the camper van or go away, and my ideal is to make the perfect capsule wardrobe. I know you all think I'm Mary Poppins when I fit everything in my bag, but to me it's sometimes a little bit annoying because I've got that much to carry around. So I want to try and really sort of streamline down. I can't continue sewing the way I'm doing because we're going to have to move out and buy a mansion with a big walk-in wardrobe. So I need to slimline totally, and I'm going to be very selecting what I make, I think. So I'm saying that now, could change, but I'm definitely not going to say I'm on a fabric ban, because I did that last year and it was torture. I ended up having to like make so many excuses, so I'm not doing that. So this is my blouse. This is how this week's gone. I can feel and see the end. A client actually turned up today. So originally I was going to be opening last Tuesday, and obviously that wasn't going to happen. So I'd moved everyone from Tuesday, and this Saturday, I went out yesterday to do three at home, and then I was going to do nothing to, well, I wasn't going to do nothing today. I was still sorting out today. Poor Josie turned up at 11 o'clock this morning thinking, she said, well, you just changed the time, and when she looked, I had now changed the time and the week. So that was quite funny, because obviously I wouldn't have been able to do her hair. But the lads have got on really well, and we've had our Ellie here today helping, so there's been 4 of them on, so it's been constant tea, bacon sarnies, bacon egg sandwiches, fish fingers. All I really can do at the moment is feed everybody until I cannot wait to get in and start with the paint, and get sort of everything in and dressed. That's where I'm going to just absolutely love it. So, but I'm hoping the radiator goes in so it's warm in there before I do that, because it's so cold. So yeah, hopefully you like this little vlog. Give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't, and I will come to you next week with another update, hopefully the opening, which will be all exciting. So thanks for watching. I'm Jen Leg Sews on Instagram, I'm Jen Leg Sews on here, and I'm off to Jen Leg Sew. So thank you. So morning, firstly. I missed like all of that chaos that I've already gone on in the house. Like he said to me, you need to sort your room out first. So I tried to sew yesterday, which I did. I started as popular demand was for this blouse. I've been calling it the Juliet, I think, but it's Alexa by Antalia Dupe, with the fabric that I bought from Dubai. And I've started it, but it was driving me mad because I kept like not being able to find anything and stuff like that. So I got it out to do, and obviously got quite away with it. I've only got the sleeves to go into it now. But then I decided I still want to make this one as well. But I decided that I would sort this room out. And so then I can move the things that I want in here out in blah, blah, blah. So I started on my, because ideally when you walk in here, I want it to look like all neat and tidy in my vintage, whatever it's called, cabinet. So I've started on this side. So I've got linings, I've got bra making stuff. Yeah, I did have bra making stuff. Can't remember when I bought that. Been a lot of surprises opening these drawers. Then the next one is gorgeous, like remnants of laces and things. And then the top you can't really see, but that's all elastics. So I managed to get rid of quite a lot in here that I didn't really need. So I'm going to be able to like store more and do more in here. I've ordered quite a few bits from Amazon, just in sort of like storage solutions, because I've got so much like lace and stuff. I'm putting them on these, which isn't bad, but I think it could be better. Sorry, you can't see it. So I think it can be better. So I've ordered them. They're coming today. And my plan is I'm going to give my mum, she doesn't know yet, but I have got like, they're here. So I've just got boxes of lace and stuff here that I need to be able to have more access to see what I've got really. So I'm going to give her that tomorrow. She'll be really thrilled at that one, I'm sure, once everything's come, so she can sort that out for me. I did want to do it myself, but you know, and sometimes you realise you've got to hand some things over. And then I'm going to get everything emptied. I did have a spell at screen printing, so I've got loads of that there. I'm never going to screen print again, I'm sure. And then I also realised I need 2 more of the glass fronts for the cabinet. Can you see they've got glass on the front? There's a few that I'm missing, so I need to get that sorted. So I'm going to do that. I've booked flights for a holiday. I think Leggy retires the 28th, so we're out of here as soon after that of Feb. So I'm most probably going to stop sewing winter. Actually, I don't need, I'm joking. I've got so much summer stuff. I do not need any more summer stuff, but I think a couple of Jen jumpsuits might slip in, especially some short ones. I've sorted some of the fabrics out that I've took out of here. I think I'm going to put some scrap bags on Vinted. I know when I did this for that show thing, or you know, when I did it, went around the corner and tried to sell stuff, people was messaging me going, I'd love to have one of your scrap bags. So there's some decent stuff in them, but like a big thing here. But if you did like a applique or things like that, the stuff would be gorgeous. If I had more time to do that, I would definitely have one of these scrap bags. So I think I'm going to put a few of these on. And that's it for today. But yesterday, I literally, I just sat. I sat for ages thinking I couldn't get any motivation to do everything. And I was going to say I wasted the day, but I didn't feel like I wasted the day, because I feel like I got a bit more rejuvenated. I had a gorgeous conversation with Susie, who got me like happy again. Not happy again. I feel like I'm on a lockdown. It's so weird to know that you haven't got like what is your normal anymore, and it feels like a lockdown. Although I know I can leave the house. So anyway, that's where I am in my head at the moment, which is dead weird, but I think it's just that calmness to get me to the next bit. Leggy's back soon from footy and stuff. He's had a really good time last night. I think he just needed that break too. So he's going to get on. He's got four full days really that we need to get sorted, because I need it sort of operational by Tuesday. The clients who come on Tuesday, I think I'm just going to give them a paintbrush when they walk through the door. So yeah, here we go. This is where we are so far, and hopefully I'll have that blouse on at the end to show you. So yeah, that's what I'm up to right now. So it might not look like it, but I have made great progress today. You can walk a little bit more into the living room, the hallway. This did fit in, but we've got to take the skirting board out. I ordered some things so that Mum could sort out everything, the rubbish. £28 in the rubbish there going back. Got some spools and something else anyway going back. This pile is building up for the Samaritans are for charity. One of my chandeliers is gone, the other one's still here. Someone's coming for a washing machine. Some chairs are on the front that I've done on a free cycle. I'm looking horrendous. And yeah, I'm getting there. I think Leggy's out now doing stuff. I feel like I shouldn't really sew when he's doing all them things. So yeah, it's still not brilliant, but it is getting there slowly. And then Mum's got this big massive thing. I've got all of my, I've done another two or one drawer, so all of my overlocking threads have fit into there like loads, absolutely loads, so that's great. This is the bag I'm sending Mum. She's gonna kill me, isn't she? So I want to get all this area cleaned out because that's too tight there with that ironing board. So I want to bring that ironing board over here to work with. I think there's a socket behind here somewhere that I can use, and also make me have to walk instead of just like turning around and doing the ironing from behind. But it has worked better, me working from there. So my sewing machine's this end now as opposed to it was being at the other end. So that's definitely worked better. I ordered some more spools. I'm always running out of spools, so I thought that was a good idea. Still looking for buttons for this. I've got the front and the backs on now. And I think I've done the back different to the other one, but it looks fine, doesn't it? I'm not taking it out. And then a little boo-hoo on the back of the collar. So yeah, I'm gonna try and find some buttons, but I think I've just found actually when I was looking, I think I found some that you can cover. So oh, there they are on the floor like they would be. There's only 6, and I have done this so that I think originally they're not cuffed. It's got like a space for a buttonhole and stuff on the pattern, but I just cuffed mine, the last one, which did work really well, but I just fancied it having a proper buttons on for some reason. So I need to find some more of them. I'm sure I might have some in that cupboard. Again, this is why I'm doing this, so that I can see and go. And also, I think I don't know whether I said when I was doing that cupboard out, I found loads of things that I'd cut out and hadn't made. This I want to do a little top with. But yeah, there's a couple of things that I'd made out when Ogden camis were all ago. So I've got in there just a little box of things that won't take me that long to finish off actually. So I'm going to finish them as well. So I do feel like I am crossing over that bridge and getting to the other side. When you're sewing, do you do the whole of one thing or do it in little increments? Because I just always want to see it finished and on. So the first sleeve is on. My mum's been around today and sort of put me off this a bit. She said, I'm not sure about the colour, but I think I love it. I really, really like it. And I like the fact of where it's from and everything. So I'm going to continue doing it. It's been full on today. I've done a little bit of home hairdressing this morning because obviously the salon wasn't ready. So I've been out and done them this morning. And then we've been and picked up a radiator and some more plywood. Honestly, we've gone through tons of plywood and hopefully I can start painting tomorrow. So that's still exciting. So yeah, this is looking really good. I really like it so far. I think that sleeve just makes it. Really does. Like I said, I put like a little pleat on. It's not perfect, but I don't think you can see because of the fabric. So it works out okay. So I've checked all my stash and I can't find any buttons that I like better than making my own for this. It's such a hard colour to match up. So I had two lots. I had the hemline ones, the self-covered buttons, and I struggled, absolutely struggled. It just didn't work at all. I can't remember, I can't find the one that I did. It just didn't work. So I spat my dummy out with that one. And then I've got these cheaper ones, these plastic ones I think I got from eBay. Now, I've done the first one and it wasn't perfect. It's a little bit sticking out slightly. But the second one has worked out great. So it gives you a little, if you've not done them before, it gives you a little template that you work from. So you cut your out of your fabric that size. And then these you can buy separately from Prim, I believe. So there's different sizes that you can do. Obviously, the bigger size, the easier it is. And then you get your centre point and you push it in. I love this awl. It's like a blunt awl, and I can just make sure that the whole of the fabric is covering that button. I feel like it needs to be out and in again. I've thoroughly enjoyed making this blouse just in the time that I've had. I think when your time's restricted, it just makes it a little bit more pleasurable. I haven't done any like, apart from this little tutorial, I haven't put a lot of tutorial into this YouTube, but I do plan to do more, obviously, when I can breathe a bit better. We're on track really with the salon now, for opening on Tuesday. It might not be absolutely perfect, but I think I can start painting it tomorrow, which I'm dead excited about doing. I like to go in and do the dressing of everything and making it all look pretty. But Leggy's absolutely worked his backside off doing it. He's gone to the pub to meet his mate. Well, I sometimes go in with them, but they're just all the lads. And I think they're fine with me, but I think they just put up with me sometimes. So I'm like, you go to the pub and I want to finish this blouse because I did want to wear it to go out tomorrow. So, and I just thought it was nice just having an hour or so on my own, just not having to think about anything other than how I was doing things. So that, you push that in, sorry I didn't explain that. So you push that in, that fits and makes it right. If you do this wrong, you can't, I don't think there's anywhere back really. No, and I've done it wrong. So there's a little bit sticking out there, which is annoying. So we'll try it again. I think I'm limited. Oh, actually, I've got quite a few there. I think the coppers just to buy these. I think I need 6. So yeah, I've got more than 6 there. So if I go wrong, I go wrong. But I think it might come back off again. So I'll have to concentrate a bit more with this one, I think. I've got enough fabric in this to make some shorts, I think, as well, to go with it. And we're going to go to Fuerteventura, don't know how to say it, in Spain, like the Canary Islands, in March. And I know that the weather's not good. It'll be nice, but on the night time it won't be as good. So I think I'm saying it won't be as good. I think you'll need a cover up. I think that works better. So I'm not planning to go absolutely mental making stuff, because let's face it, I've got loads. And in fact, I think that's something I'm going to talk about in it soon. Yeah, I think I've got it all there. Because do you ever go to your wardrobe and as much as you've made lots and lots of clothes, you don't know what to wear, or you don't know what goes with what? Sometimes we concentrate on this starlight thing. Yeah, that's gone on gorgeous, that one. On this, like, I don't know, show-stopping outfit. Bit like the dress I wore at New Year. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. And everyone, I mean, it blew the internet up when I put it on. Well, for me it did, for my following. But I've worn it. That was the second time I wore it, which is absolutely ludicrous. So I think this year, well, I don't think, I know, I'm concentrating in this year. I'm going to be reaching to the back of my wardrobe. I think we need to celebrate not recent makes, old makes, and what we've worn more instead of bright new shiny things all the time. So that is going to be my main aim this year, and to sort of curate, like put a nice little wardrobe together of like not mix and match as such, but just so that I knew that whatever I go for works. I do that to a point, I think, because I always have like a signature colour. So I would say orange was one of my signature colours. I know that if I make something in orange, it will go with a lot, and especially, you know, that jacket, the fluffy jacket that I wear quite a lot, that tends to go on top of absolutely everything. So it's having them little extra bits, like extra pieces that, you know. I'm dying to try the rowing trousers. I think I was talking about that before Christmas, but I forgot everything I did before Christmas now. I think, what are we in, 9 days into, well, 9 days, it's the 9th today for me. Yeah, that's not going right. And I feel like everything I've done before Christmas I've completely forgot about. But I am going to try. I'm not going to say I'm on a ban, because I did that last year and it was torturous. In fact, I think I could have got a thing for the amount of, not a thing, and an award for the amount of times that I broke my van and made valid excuses, like obviously souvenir fabric. I mean, I think that is a thing now. Obviously, I think I got my mum to buy me some. I think I got Charlene to buy me some. Yeah, I did everything I possibly could to get away with buying the fabric that I wanted to get. I mean, especially if it's dead stock. I mean, if it's dead stock, you're never going to see it again, are you? You've got to buy that. That's like a rule. So anyway, I'm going to try not to be too hard on myself, but you've all seen my stash. I don't need any more fabric. And I want this to be a bit more streamlining here. Oh, my whole house. I think it's been good sorting things out and putting things in order, and it's making me realise I don't need as much stuff around me. Yeah, that one's work, not as good as the other one, but it's all right. So I've got 4 so far. I need some more fabric. It's great because you can just use your scraps. And there's just a scrap there on the floor. I think that's on the bias, that one. But that one will work. So I literally just draw around it. I was talking to my friend today as well, Deb, who lost her husband, and you know why I think I was getting upset the other day? It was because I was actually saying like he was an alcoholic, and I know technically you don't die of alcohol or thing, but his organs had shut down because he was obviously neglecting himself, and everything leads to one thing to another. And I think I was like a bit embarrassed by saying it. Mental health problems are such a thing that is such a taboo, because I've also got a funeral to go to next week as well, and that's a young girl who used to work for me years and years ago, and she got anorexia. I mean, we knew about it when she was a junior and stuff, but she got to, I think she's not that much older than Mitch, and she just never got better. And I think she went on to do something to do with fashion, and tried like so hard, but like when it's your health and it's a disease, like alcoholism is a disease, I don't think people choose to be, well, I know they don't choose to sort of be that dependent on alcohol and neglect the whole family and things like that. But like if it had been cancer, or I don't know, like a heart attack or an accident or something like that, I don't think I'd have been as hesitant as I was, and I'm annoyed that I was hesitant. I spoke to Deb about it today a little bit, because I feel like, again, I don't know, we have an impression of an alcoholic being somebody who's out in the streets, who's got nothing and nobody cares about them. But I know I would deeply Deb cared for him and like obviously his family, and to a point all of us were in that service for like celebration for his life, but we knew that like a majority of us had not seen him for about 4 or 5 years because he retracted from us all. So it's such a, like, I don't know, it's a really taboo thing. So it needs not to be. Same as like miscarriages, but you know, I go on about that all the time. I can't believe with miscarriages and stillbirth, it's still not like a regularly spoke about thing. Again, with that, it's another thing that we sort of bury under the carpet, don't we? Anyway, I think this one is going to work. So I'll do this one. I'll sign off. Hopefully I'll start this video wearing it. I know I do things like back to front with these videos, but anyway, that's how I rock and roll, and that's how it's gonna continue. So, oh no, it's not gone on. So if there's anything, I keep saying that I love it when you comment, because it gives me like, it makes me feel like I haven't been talking to myself, and I know a lot of people say you're not talking. Oh, did I put it on the wrong thing? Oh no, that was the wrong one. That's why. Oh, do you know what? I think I'd been doing it in the wrong one altogether. I'd have been doing in the small one. No, I haven't. That's perfect. That, I think I'd tried to get it in the wrong one. That's why they weren't working. So that one's gone absolutely perfect. So we've got 4 so far. Oh no, I can't even count now. I've got 5, 6, 7, because I've done the cuff. So I think I'll just try and do all of them and see where we get. And I need to order some more of these. I give my mum them big bags. I felt a bit guilty giving her it all, because I just literally give her 2 boxes full of like gorgeous stuff that's just all over the place. So she's likes a challenge. And I was like, no, I can't really give you it. And in a way, I did want to do it myself, but I know that I just haven't got the time. So my little cabinet is looking really lovely already with the stuff that I have put in it. So I'll give you a full tour of my little room at some point. There it is. I think this is the most useful thing I've had from the Fabric Godmother calendar, I think it was. I've used it so many times. Right, I'm going to do these 2. I'm going to try and do the buttonholes and get these sewn on while I'm watching The Traitors. Is anyone else watching that? I forgot it was on the other night, and then obviously there was all the spoilers, but I got the wrong spoiler. I thought Amanda was the super traitor and she was the one that went out. Anyway, if you're not watching The Traitors, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. So I'm going to sign off for now, get on and do the rest of these, and then hopefully you'll see it all done. Sneaked in here quickly to I've just fed everybody, give them all bacon sarnies and stuff, but I wanted to show you this. It's called Stitch and Tear. Basically I use this for buttonholes. So if you put that at the back of your button, especially for this like really fine material, why did I try like do this? It has been like a little bit challenging because it's so slinky, the fabric, to make, when I was just wanting to get back into it again. But anyway, it's nearly done and I'm loving it. So I'm just going to put this down and show you when it's on. So I've just lined it along the line of my fabric there, so I can see my guideline for putting the buttonhole on. This is like an automatic buttonhole. Oh, I mean, lost threads running out. Should be enough for this one. Buttonhole because it has like a nice rounded edge at the bottom. So what happens with that is that obviously does it from the front, but this really helps adhere it and keep it in place. Without that, it would have slipped and slid all over the place. So I've fed everyone, they're all eating fish fingers. God, we've bought so many fish fingers the last couple of weeks, and I'm just finishing putting my buttons on now. So hopefully I'll have this on in 20 minutes. So I got it done in the nick of time. I realised I found this scarf just as I was coming downstairs there. I bought it in Mango when we went to Spain, which I think looks really nice. Looks quite French, doesn't it? It said Paris on the fabric, so I feel like I'm a little bit Parisian in this. And then I'm going to wear it with my suede jacket. I love it. I'm going to be able to style this so many times, so in so many different ways, with my Levi's and my Gola trainers. So right, our Sarah's here on time for once, so we're off out. So they're all slagging Leggy off now because of all the stuff there is moving. But look, it's definitely coming along now. So they've filled cement in here just in case anything comes up from underneath that we don't want in here. The place is ready for the backwash basin and for having a little basin here. All of these are cut apparently now, so they can just go straight down. I can't wait to get in and start painting it. But yeah, it's all looking good. And today there's actually a flaw in here. Still got a bit to tidy up. But the flaw, got to go through that to get pins out of it. But all of this is getting there. This looks much better here without that ironing board as well. So I'm going to keep the ironing board over there because there's nothing I need to really move that out for other than when I want the fabric. So that'll come out and plug in down here when I want to use it when I'm working. So I feel like I'm getting somewhere, I really do now. There's still quite a lot to go, and Leggy's fallen over. There was a singer that sewing machine was just left outside of his door, which I don't think it was me, but he actually fell right over. I was really, really concerned, only because I thought he wasn't going to be able to finish the outside, but he has hurt his finger, so he's not very happy. But anyway, that's going to happen, isn't it, when the place is a shit tip? So